All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and whatever time you are watching this, whether it is during the live stream or you're hitting us up sometime afterwards. Hope everybody is doing well and having a fantastic week this week. Operation Valor, I see you guys over there on Instagram. Thank you guys. Hope all is well. Got some of you over on the TikTok land. I see that. There's my boy Ken. What's up, brother? How are you? Appreciate you jumping on. Hope you guys are having a good week this week. We're going to dive into some fun stuff this week, I think. And for those of you that gave me slack throughout the week for not having the bow tie on last week, there it is. Got another one for you. Mm. And I'm starting a little early today. Um, yeah, felt froggy, so I figured, what the hell? Let's get her. Let's get her going. Let's get her going. So that being said, share this out. Hit the like button. Share it out to your friends, and let's get this party started right away. I'm not gonna wait. We're gonna dive right into it. Good morning again, everybody over TikTok. Good morning. Appreciate you. Instagram. Thank you. Ken, love the jacket. Ken, thank you very much. This jacket here. Here's the inside. Just a solid one. This one is from our friends over at JB Auto Clothiers. JB ADDO Clothiers. Veteran owned company. This jacket was made right here in the good old US of A. Love their stuff. I got several, most of my jackets that I have that you guys see me wear during the weekly wrap ups are from JB Auto Clothiers. And you can check them out on Instagram at JB Auto Clothiers or on Facebook. They're doing a revamp of their website. Um, that should be up again here soon. So thank you for that. And we do suit up events. You want to do a suit up event in your area? Give us a shout. We'll come suit you up. It's a good time. May is Heroes Month here. We're continuing Heroes Month here at HMG. Military Appreciation Month all month here in the month of May. We love it. Appreciate all of the brothers and sisters that have served and that currently serve. Thank you. And yeah, love you guys for it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see here. No sound. It says here that I'm getting it. If you can't, try hitting the volume. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me over on the Facebook? I guess I should double check that stuff. It was working earlier. They've been doing some construction in the neighborhood. Uh, so God forbid something doesn't work. Doesn't surprise me. Anyway, back to the Heroes Month. Cool. And Lance Henderson. What's up, Lance? How you doing? I'm not talking about hockey today. I don't want to break your heart why the Coyotes left Arizona. David, no sound on TikTok. All right. I will TikTok land. I'm sorry, guys. I'll shut TikTok down. And we'll do that another time. That's all right. We'll figure that out later. Anyway, let's get back at it. May Heroes Month. Heroes Month. This has been a busy month for the community heroes. It was National Nurses Week. It was Teachers Appreciation Week. International Firefighters Week. This week is Police Week, and they do a big thing down in DC. Big thing down in DC, and it's actually pretty cool. That's going on right now. Police Week started on the 15th and goes till the 25th down there. And then also, I'm horrible at this. I didn't necessarily. No, I missed it. I missed it last weekend. I want to say a belated Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope everybody had a good, solid Mother's Day weekend. So all you moms out there, we love you. Yeah. What else? So yeah. Oh, Police Week. Yep, Police Week. So again, If you run into a law enforcement person this week, hopefully it's not because you're getting pulled over or you did something illegal. But say thank you. Appreciate our law enforcement officers out there each and every day protecting the streets and the hoods. Appreciate you guys and gals. So thank you for that. Tomorrow, May 18th, is Armed Forces Day, and we will be with our friends, uh, Warriors on the Water, uh, down at Ocotillo Reservoir. And this is going to be a fun event. Hopefully, the weather's going to be good, but it's their annual pig roast. And you can go to warriorsonthewater.com or Warriors on the Water LTD uh, and find them on Facebook. On Facebook, it's Warriors LTD. You can find them, follow them. Um, Also, our network sponsor, Jim Neary's Bait and Tackle. This is down in his neck of the woods right there. They're doing that. And it looks like my camera froze again. So we're having all kinds of fun difficulties this morning, folks. Stay with me. You guys can hear me, I know. But nonetheless, we're going to have a good time down there tomorrow. We'll be down there with our sister company, HMG Beverage. We're going to be serving coffee uh, in the morning as well. So come check us out. It's going to be a good time. It's always a good time down there. So come check it out. Patriot Pride, Mark Peterson, appreciate you. Gold Shield Show. Hey, good morning. Appreciate you guys. Just linked up with you guys recently. Appreciate you jumping on. Thank you. I love it. Share this, guys. Share this. And we're going to start getting into some of the topics here very shortly. But we got another event coming up, and I'm going to see if I can post this in the comments and share this with you guys. But there's an event coming up that you can register. It's a event at John Hopkins University. John Hopkins University, and if you're in the area, go to the event. You can register here. I just put the Eventbrite link, but you can also attend it online. If you're active duty, a veteran, or guard, reserve, what have you, if you're interested in getting in the real estate investing field or you want to get into real estate, go check this event out, and I'll explain a little bit more about it later as I talk to the CEO and one of the speakers that are going to be speaking at this event. John Hopkins University is coming up in June, so it's a couple here in a couple of weeks, and they're still um, taking people that want to attend. So go check it out. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's dive into some of these topics this week. I think it's going to be. I think you guys are going to like some of the topics I picked. Mm. Good coffee. And since Lance, are you still on? Lance wanted to talk about let's discuss coffee discounts. Lance is a good friend, a stickler for discounts, but we love him anyway. And since Lance is asking for discounts, if you go to hmgcoffee.com and you order this week, this month, you're going to get a 10% discount using promo code HMG. All orders over $50, free shipping. So go check it out. We got some other stuff on there. I don't think the mugs are on there, but we got some cool coffee mugs. We got some hats and whatnot, and we got some new blends that are in there for you decaf people. You're out there, but yeah. Gabe, why am I yelling? Because I'm happy, baby. I'm alive. I'm above dirt. Why not yell? Just shout it from the rooftops. I love it. Uh Gold Shield Show. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Love you. Love you. This is great. Let's get into some of these topics, guys. The first one up, one of my favorite people to talk about. Anybody want to take a guess who one of the favorite people I like to talk about? I'm talking about who? Who am I talking about? Bill Gates. Funding livestock vaccine to combat methane emissions. This was an interesting topic, okay? Gabe, I do love talking about you. This one here, there was an investment fund founded by Bill Gates, has contributed millions of dollars to a vaccine developer looking to create a livestock vaccine, according to this report from Axis. Uh, 20 what was it? $26.5 million has been raised through venture capital funding to create a vaccine reducing methane gas emissions. Why is this important? I'm getting to that. The United States is the second largest cattle herd in the world. So it's important. It's an important potential market for uh, Raman 8, which is a Australian-based climate technology company. Let me say that again. This company, this Rumian 8, it's a Australian climate technology company designing solutions to radically reduce methane emissions in agriculture. Um, the company identifies naturally occurring compounds that have anti-methogenetic properties and reproduces them in highly efficient, low cost, scalable, and high quality process to feed the livestock to reduce their emissions. Here's the thing about this for all the ranchers or those of you that don't know this. Uh, um, there's already a solution uh, that a lot of ranchers and farmers use today now. Um, and if you add biochar to the feed, it actually reduces methane by 80%. So my question in lies in, because it's coming from this person who I love to talk about, Mr. Gates. The question is, do you really think this is a problem, or is this something that he is just merely suggesting? Look into this. This is something that's going on a lot. It's more you're seeing more and more of it in the news. Um, combating climate change and this climate crisis, etc. Livestock vaccine and look into um, the methane, reduce the methane in cattle. Again, there's already a process that you can use, and it's called biochar. They feed it in the and if the, I know I got some farmers and ranchers out there. By all means, feel free to chime in on this. What do we got here? Uh, yeah, yeah, fake meat. Yeah, that's. I think some of it's because they want to create fake meat. Uh, Alan, hey, what's up, brother? Italy banned lab grown meat. Good, as they should. It should happen. I think they should do that. What's the real quiet? Yeah. What's through? Here's my thought on it, my 2 cents. And again, look this stuff up. Everything I tell you guys, I say this every week. Here's my disclosure. These are just topics that I found interesting myself. I bring them to you. Look this stuff up. But this particular one hits home. There is a war going on our food supply right now, and we need to get it fixed, and we need to do it quickly. Um, so look that up. I'm kind of curious how many people out there use local ranchers and farmers to buy their beef. And I don't know what's going on with my camera today, guys. I apologize. Stay with me. How many of you use a local rancher or farmer? Have you looked into it? If you haven't, I strongly encourage you to take a look at it. There is a new company right now, founded by a dear friend of mine, and it's called FromTheFarm.io. And if you're a rancher or a farmer, I strongly encourage you to get on this website so people can find you and purchase directly from you yourself, the rancher, the farmer. Shake the hand that feeds us, right? This is absolutely this is a great it's brand new. The website's up now. You can find farmers near your location. If you can't find it on the website, get a hold of the local ranchers or farmers that you deal with and get them on the website. But let's make this thing go viral. I love it. Um, Chick-fil-A Allen, yep, 100% for yeah. So again, when it comes to the beef and your food supply, know where your food's coming from, not a 3D printer. No, no, thank you. All right, let's move on. This next one blew my mind. A petition launched against NFL kicker following speech celebrating his faith. Um, there's recently a petition to dismiss Kansas City Chief kicker Harrison Buckner from the NFL has been launched following his commencement speech at some college. While discussing the importance of his own faith, the kicker noted that, quote, our own nation is led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, but then at the same time is delusional enough to make the sign of the cross during a prohibition or a pro-abortion rally. End quote. He also goes on uh, and says, "quote I never envisioned myself to have this sort of platform, but God has given it to me, so I have no other choice but to embrace it, preach more hard truths about accepting your lane and simply staying in it." End quote. This is from the kicker. Um, there's going to be responses from that, right? So the NFL came out and responded. The NFL emphasized that it does not share the kicker's views. Uh, this quote from the senior vice president and chief diversity and inclusion officer, Jonathan Bean, says Harrison Bunker gave a speech in his personal capacity. His view are not those of the NFL as an organization. The NFL is steadfast in our commitment to inclusion, which only makes our league stronger. End quote. So I'm curious to see what happens. Now, recently, as of like an hour ago prior to the show starting, I saw a new update on this, and it was more than 30,000 signatures. Approximately 30,000 signatures have been signed asking the NFL to kick Harrison Buckner out of the NFL. What's that? This just in. It's now been said that the majority of those 30,000 are also some of the lost ballots from the last election. Yeah. No, not really. That part I just made up. But 30,000 signatures, really. Here's the thing, is this going to be how do you think the NFL is gonna deal with this? Should they deal with it? Or is this just a three-time Super Bowl kicker going out expressing his right to free speech? Anybody have any thoughts? I found it interesting, because it's all over the news right now. So, again, it's gonna be, interesting to see what's going on. What do we have here? Joe Stojek, good morning to you. Joe says, "Shut up, kick the ball." Um, and here's the thing. I agree. So this goes back. Gabe makes a comment. So if you have a Christian opinion, you should keep quiet. I don't. eh, I don't think so. I think people have the right. If we're making, if you're going out and allowing people to say things that is some would say hate speech, or go out and protest and this and that and whatnot. That's freedom of speech. Then why can't somebody that believes in God or whatnot express how they feel? It's almost like it's a catch 22. Like well, you can say this, but you can't say this. I don't know if you're going to allow people to say that Christianity is bad, or there's no God, or stuff along those lines, then you have to allow the people that believe in that say it as well, under the freedom of speech. Eh, wouldn't you agree? You don't have to agree with the person that's saying that stuff. I'm not saying that. But you can respect somebody's opinion, and you can agree to disagree. That's kind of what being civil and being adult is about, right? You don't have to agree with it. You're not going to agree with everybody. But they're not hurting anything. My opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Moving on. I got question. American dream out of reach for most Americans. What is the American dream? This is a serious question. I want those of you that are on right now, give me some responses. What do you think the American dream is? What is the American dream? I'm curious. What is the American dream in your definition? How do you see the American dream? Because that's this next topic. This was the next news article. Um, a group called Go Banking Rates defined the American dream as a married couple with two children owning a home, a car, and a pet. Very 1950s, I think. Could be American dream. I look at this like American dream could be really anything. It depends on the person, right? But this particular organization, Go Banking Rates, analyzed the current cost of the American dream in all 50 states. Not being in crippling debt. Yeah, get off my lawn. That's my dream. So they Go Banking Rates analyze the current cost of the American dream in all 50 states. In all 50 states, the American dream costs more than $100,000 to achieve. In 29 of the 50 states, it takes $150,000 to achieve the American dream. Mind you, this is their definition of the American dream. Let me say it again. Their definition of the American dream is a married couple with two children owning a home, a car, and a pet. The most expensive state to have the American dream is in Hawaii, where it costs about $260,000, a little over, just shy of $261,000. Other leading expensive states, California, Massachusetts, and Washington. I don't think that's really a surprise to many of us. Mississippi was the cheapest, followed by Kentucky at 116,000. And then last year there was a different organization that concluded that the American dream costs about $3.4 million over a lifetime. And there was another statistic in there that said most people will fall short of that dream by half financially. I found that to be interesting. Look that up, American Dream. And again, if you're watching this, whether you're on the live right now or you watch this later on the weekend, what do you think the American Dream is? I got two more headlines I want to cover. And military guys, you're going to want to pay attention to both of these. But here is one that's coming out of New York. Anti-Second Amendment judge sentences a man to 10 years in prison for 50 rounds and for building guns. Dexter Taylor, a 52-year-old Brooklyn man, was convicted last week of 13 weapon charges. The software engineer discovered his hobby several years ago. He took up gunsmithing and intended to eventually turning the hobby into a business. The goal was halted when it was discovered by a task force of ATF and NYPD officers that Taylor was legally buying parts from various companies. Judge Durka, or Durkin, or Durka, whatever, has been quoted as, "Do not bring the Second Amendment into this courtroom. It doesn't exist here. So you can't argue the Second Amendment here. This is New York." End quote. Found that to be interesting. So, yeah. Moving on. I'm just going to leave that one where it's at. You 2A people we can get at that one later. Last one, military guys. Military. And Joe, are you still on? Here's one. Junior enlisted to get a 20% pay bump. E5s get a 13% more under housing plan. Now, this isn't happening. This is in the works right now. House lawmakers plan to overhaul the military pay tables next year, which would result in nearly a 20% basic salary boost for troops ranked E4 and below, and a substantial bump for E5s as well. Really, what that's doing is they're trying to bring the E4 mafia and below up to about $30,000 plus a year right now. Now, when you're in the military, are you making more than the benefits equal out? You're making more than $30,000 because you get your housing stipend and whatnot. Um, and I don't know why this damn camera keeps doing this today. Sorry, guys. That's a solid picture of me there. Um, but under plans revealed this past Monday, House Armed Service Committee members next week will consider language in their annual defense authorization bill draft that includes highly revised military tables designed to bring all junior enlisted pay to at least $30,000 a year. What are your thoughts on this? I think this is a good thing. I think this is a move in the right direction, personally. I think it's interesting. Now, again, this hasn't been passed. This is not passed. This was something that was merely that's being talked about. So, military folks, leave a comment. What are your thoughts about junior enlisted getting a 20% increase on that? I think it's good. That will, yeah. Well, okay, it could be. It's Joe. It's a good thing. Give the troops the ability to live comfortable life. Yeah, yeah. Jeremy Daniels, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so I wanted to end on a positive. I think that that particular one, if the government can go through, if the House Armed Service Committee can come through on that and give a pay increase to the junior enlisted, then why not? You know, I think the other thing that they should probably teach is financial literacy as well. That means as a private, or you know, don't go don't go out and buy a car that you can't afford and then go rent an apartment or whatnot. There's not saying I've done that. Anyway, hey, we got again. I want to mention real quick for you coffee lovers out there, our sister company HMG Coffee. Go to hmgcoffee.com. Promo code HMG10. HMG10. You're gonna get 10% off coffee this month to celebrate Heroes Month. Jeremy, don't do it. It's a trap. Yeah. How about a 20% raise increase for E7s? Yeah, yeah. Joe, those of you that are seeing in the comment, Mr. Joe Stojek, uh, currently in the military, just getting promoted as well. So, brother, let me say publicly, congratulations. Very proud of you. Joe's been a longtime friend, known him for over a decade, and we have yet to meet face to face because he keeps dodging me. So I'm just going to put that out there as well. All right, moving on. I'm excited because we got some new shows on HMG. New one coming up here in the next couple of weeks. It's called Bump in the Road. So stay tuned for that. We're looking forward to having this show joining our family. And then we got another one called The Professional Rule Breaker. Two new shows that have recently joined just this past week to the HMG family. You can find The Professional Rule Breaker on the website right now. This one here, Bump in the Road, we just signed them on. So they'll be coming on in the next week or two. It'll give you energy and yes, it will, Joe. Yes, it will. Nature's lubricant. HMG coffee, nature's lubricant. You'll never have a problem using the restroom. All right. Let's get it. Let's get into the shows. Mention the two new shows, but this particular one of the newest ones. What is this? A Professional Rule Breaker. Professional Rule Breaker is a business podcast where host Kathy Walterhouse talks with today's most successful entrepreneurs. And let me just throw in there real quick. I was part of this show a couple weeks ago and had the honor of being on there. So thank you. Successful entrepreneurs that have gotten where they are, thinking outside of the box and ripping up the rule book. So, if you ever wondered what a former U.S. Surgeon General, Nobel Prize winner, or multi-millionaire entrepreneur did to get to where they are today, this is the type of show you want to turn into. The Professional Rule Breaker. Check it out. Now, guys, you can check out all of the show that we have on HMG. Go to the directory. The link is below right here, heroesmediagroup.com. Click on the podcast, and you'll be able to see all the shows that we offer on our platform. Senior Living Guide. They got a new episode coming out next week. We got your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project every Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. They do a round table. Great episode this week for Mother's Day. Andrea led the charge in it. It was great. The People's Patriot Project, they do a couple of shows during the week. They also do a WeP3 radio for veteran artists, musicians. And then they do a kind of their weekly wrap or weekly roundup, I think is what they call it, on Monday nights, I believe. So go check them out, People's Patriot Project. Next up, we got the Decision Hour with yours truly. Did a last minute show this week and absolutely loved it. Love this one. It's called Veteran PCS, Empowering Military Families with Real Estate Solutions. Now, this kind of ties into the link that I posted a little bit earlier. But this week, I got to welcome Army veteran, founder and CEO of Veteran PCS, Mr. Jason Anderson. We talk about Jason's journey transitioning out of the military as an Apache pilot with a couple of tours, and how he got into real estate, and then his passion into starting Veteran PCS. Go to veteranpcs.com. Great resource if you're moving, you need a realtor or a lender or whatnot. This stuff was awesome. Go check it out. Seriously, veteranpcs.com. You can listen to the episode. It was awesome. Jason's going to be speaking live at the Johns Hopkins University for the real estate class that they're doing there. And Johns Hopkins University has a class. It's a master's program in real estate. I swear, can I have 1 week where this camera doesn't give me a problem? It's a master's program in real estate. So go check it out. And if you're interested, you don't have to be, you can go face to face or you can do it online. I sent the link up in the comment sections up above, and I'll post it in the comment sections again after the show. So that's this week's Decision Hour. David, what's up, brother? How you doing? Next up, we got The Other Side of the Firewall. They do a show Monday through Friday. They do a show every day. Today's episode was 10 podcast tips for beginners. This was really cool. I like this episode. I got to listen to it earlier this morning. Ryan does a good job. Ryan was on with me last week, and it was a good time. Give me just a second, guys. This camera is really starting to heave me off here. All right. So check that out, The Other Side of the Firewall. And again, they do an episode Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day of the week. Coming up next, Every Man's Odyssey. They got some new content coming out. Shay Sparks Show's got a new season coming out mid-June. Misfit Nation podcast, my man Rich. This show, 3-4 shows a week. They did a live last night. It was awesome. It was exploring the literacy landscape with Victoria Kelly's journey. She's got a huge academic background that includes an MFA from the Iowa Writers Workshop, a BA summa cum laude from Harvard University, and then a MPhil in creative writing from Trinity College in Dublin, where she was honored as the U.S. Mitchell Scholar. Pretty cool. Great story. She's got a huge author poetry collection, when the men go off to war. Excuse me. So this is a cool episode. It's called Misfit Nation. Go check it out. And again, guy, I apologize about my camera. I know what it is. It's a cord. I just replaced it. And funny thing is, I got a meeting right after today's show with the home studio guys to discuss this issue. Again, go check out all the podcast shows. Simply go to heroesmediagroup.com. You can see it in the little ticker underneath. Misfit Nation, loved it. Next up, we got Homefront Sit Rep podcast. They do a show twice a week, Sunday nights and Monday nights. Monday night show was with Guitars for Vets. If you've never checked out this organization, it's a pretty cool nonprofit organization. If you're a veteran, a lot of guys with PTSD or whatnot, through the teamwork and camaraderie of Guitars for Vets, they can join the community where they learn to play guitar and find how to, songwriting and whatnot. This is a really cool organization. I've had the opportunity to meet with them several times over the last decade. Cool episode. Homefront Sit Rep. Check it out. Next up, we got the Joel Evans Show. This week, an insightful talk with Jean Mary Jobs. Mary Jobs, she's a renowned coach, speaker, author, and they talk about leadership, personal growth, and the power of human connection. In this episode, you're going to discover the key effective leaderships, including challenging assumptions, fostering self-awareness, and remaining open to feedback for growth and development. And she's actually doing something pretty cool. She is working on an exciting project right now with the United Nations in Somalia, focusing on peace, justice, and security transformation. The show is called The Joe Evans Show. Check it out. Label Free Podcast is next. This week, Angela Beyer. Some of you might remember that name if you're in the pageant realm or you watch pageantries and stuff like that. She's a renowned trainer, online coach, professional health coach, and a former Miss Universe. She's the founder of House of Shape. Angela shares her inspiring journey from growing up in a conservative household in Germany to becoming a successful trainer and coach in the United States. She discusses her struggle with an eating disorder, and then her experience competing in bodybuilding competitions, and then ultimately she won Miss Universe title in 2009. Label Free Podcast. Check it out. Good morning, Christina. How are you? Heather Elizabeth adding a camera. No, you guys can't afford it. But I appreciate it anyway. Just need a new cord. Next up, Because Bikers Matter podcast. This was a really cool one. Veterans, pay attention to this one. Patricia DeVore, the president and founder, and Maureen Robertson, the executive director of Veterans Smile program. The guests talk about growing up in Illinois and their involvement in the motorcycle community, but then they dive into the creation and mission of the Veterans Smile program. This program has helped close to 300 veterans on a national scale, with the average cost per veteran of $2,500 or more to help with their teeth, dental stuff. This was such a cool thing. I believe they're doing something again later this year that we're looking at. Hopefully we're going to help out and be able to attend some of it. But one of the things that they discuss is how veterans who have suffered due to the lack of dental care, including cases of staph infections and even cancer, they emphasize the importance of passing legislation such as HR 2413 to provide free dental care to all veterans enrolled in the VA healthcare system. I thought that was pretty cool. Check it out. It's because Bikers Matter podcast. Next up, we got the MSEC podcast. This week, join us as I sit down with 3 school liaison professionals who share insights into how to serve as a virtual bridge between military connected families, educational institutions, and communities. Great episode. If you're a veteran, active duty, Guard Reserve, and you have children that are still in school, follow this organization, militarychild.org. It's Military Child Education Coalition. They have just a ton of resources for families and kids that are in school still. It's a great program. I absolutely love working with these people. Next up, we got the Arms Room Show. This week, they're discussing the gun safe roundup and why you need to diversify. Now, what do you think that means? I'll let you just think about that for a minute. Arms Room Show, great show. And you guys down in Arizona, if you want to do some really cool training, contact the Arms Room and their parent company, Independence Training. They got a ton of training stuff that they do in and around Arizona. They travel all over the country. They do training all over the place. But I believe it's Independence Training AZ.com or just go to the armsroomshow.com and get in touch with them, and they'll give you a schedule of what the upcoming trainings that they have coming up. Great training stuff. I recommend anybody do some training with them. 2 more shows, and then I got another announcement. Stand by, guys. Next up, we got Chasing Happiness this week. Ryan is joined with Catherine Duncan. She's a spiritual consultant and author of the best-selling book, Everyday Awakening. She shares invaluable insights and practical exercises to help listeners live fully in the present moment. Good episode this week, Chasing Happiness. Last, certainly not least, we got Rise Up, Voices from the Front Lines this week. Everything you've been taught about relationships is wrong. What do I mean by that? I'm not going to tell you. You got to listen to it. It's called Rise Up, Voices from the Front Line. Go check it out. Shout out to our sponsors. My Tax Fella. Love those guys. You need bookkeeping. If you're a small business, you need bookkeeping or you need your taxes done, go to mytaxfella.com. Check them out. Forget Genetics for all of you hunters or outdoorsmen. This is the product that we love to use. It's called Forget Genetics. It is veteran owned. I go to forgetgenetics.com. If you use promo code HMG, he's going to give you 10% off as well. Motorcycle Safety Lawyers, go check them out. Home Studio Mastery, the meeting I have here in about a half hour to fix this camera issue that I'm having today. My goodness. The Freedom People, go check them out. freedompeople.org. Get a trust started. Just get a trust started. That's all I'm going to say. Jim Neary's Bait and Tackle, Warriors on the Water LTD. Let me throw that back up there. That's where we're going to be tomorrow. If you're in Maryland, Jersey, come on down to Pennsylvania. We're going to be out here for this event tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Sisu Stamina and the Universal Learning Approach. Love you guys. Motorcycle Safety Lawyers. Come on. My motorcycle riders out there, have motorcycle safety lawyers. Look them up. Have them on your speed dial. You'll thank me later. JB Auto Clothiers, repping the suit jacket this morning. And then, of course, our sister company, HMG Beverage. Go check them out. Go to hmgbeverage.com, or you can go to hmgcoffee.com and check that out. So, again, shout out to all the new graduates. Shout out to, we had a shout out at Colfax High School. Levi, young man, congratulations on graduating high school. All the best as you move on to your next endeavors. Shout out to all of our community heroes, law enforcement, firefighters, first responders, teachers, military, veterans. It's Heroes Month. Let's do something this weekend. Do something fun. Get off the computer, get off your phone. Put your phone down for at least an hour this weekend and get outside and do something fun. Appreciate you guys. Remember, hit the share, like button. Share this out. We've been getting shadow banned, and it's probably because a lot of it's because of some of the topics that we've been covering, but oh well. I appreciate those of you that come on and have left messages and left comments today. Much love to you all. Next week, I'm going to have a special co-host. Jerry Dugan from Beyond the Rut will be joining me co-hosting. He's an Army veteran, and I'm looking forward to having him on next week. So stay tuned for that. That's all the time I got today, guys. God bless you. God bless America, and God bless our community heroes. Have a safe weekend, everybody. See you guys next week.